welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians, and welcome to this Friday. For this Friday, we decided to finally do the songs that were the winner of our most recent poll, which I think it was actually 2 weeks ago. But there are so many things happening, that's why we had to postpone this a little bit. The theme for the poll was the 27 Club. We actually have a playlist on most of the 27 Club members. We can link it here. But this first one is, again, The Doors, Riders on the Storm. And we are very excited to listen to that and see what's it about. I think aside from that one song that we listened to from Jim Morrison, we haven't, or at least I haven't heard anything from him. So it would be a great experience for me, I feel like, to get to know two of these members a little bit better today.
Riders on the storm, riders on the storm. Into this house we're born, into this world we're thrown, like a dog without a bone, and hacked we're out on loan. Riders on the storm, there's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. Take a long holiday, let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. Killer on the road, yeah.
Wow, I mean, I've heard that The Doors is really good. I mean, they were really good, and they have really so many fans. And I really wanted to listen to their songs more, but based on the last song that we've heard from them, I didn't expect to like this one that much. Because I don't know, in my mind they are so different. This is more like serious and more deep, and I really like the music, and I love this idea of, first of all, the rain sound is really beautiful, especially when you are hearing it from behind the window, because there is an ASMR aspect in the rain sound, and also you can hear that outside is getting wet and it's like rainy, or it's there is lightning and thunder, but you're in your house safe and you can see what is happening and you're witnessing some phase of the nature, but you're still safe at home and you can just enjoy the sound or the good things that it has. And until now, it's I thought at first it's just an intro and it's just making you ready to hear the song, but then as it continued, it's one of the main layers of the song. I would say it's like they use it as an instrument also, with the bass line, which is really interesting, and the other instruments. Yeah, you talked about the rain, and I agree that it has such a beautiful effect on the song. I also want to mention that the piano in the beginning
plus the bass line, but specifically the piano, the motif that it was going da 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 da, like going down. It also reminded me of like rain or falling, and also the melody that he's singing on. It's also like mostly like, I know he's repeating bam 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 bam. Most of the phrases end with like a going down interval. So again, just maybe subconsciously remind me of like falling down, or kind of like rain coming down the sky or the clouds. So it's interesting that it kind of is painting a picture for you, but at the same time, like the sounds also unconsciously or subconsciously make a picture for in your head as well.
Will die, killer on the road. Yeah. Girl, you gotta love your man. Girl, you gotta love your man. Take him by the hand, make him understand. The world on you depends, our life will never end. Gotta love your man. Yeah.
I feel like he's about to go back to singing, because the same motif as the beginning finally came back after that extensive solo. Two things that I forgot to mention the first time. First of all, it's an electric piano, now that we listen to it more. But it's so interesting that it is so jazzy, especially in the middle of it, when we heard more of the solo, like that scale that he was improvising on it. Like it sounds like an improvisation. I don't know how composed it is. So it brings like a huge influence of jazz to this song, and then if you also listen to the bass as well. But then the guitar solo, kind of, was a very short solo before that, or whenever the guitar has a line, it really reminds me of like Western movies. I don't know why. It
Yeah,
just
me too.
Oh, okay. So it's interesting that it's just two of these worlds are like colliding at the same time in this song.
Yeah, it's funny that it's also for you, the guitar, but for me, it was funny that I don't know if it was on purpose, but exactly as he said, the killer on the road, this guitar came and like exactly like Western movies that they are in this long roads, like every couple hours there comes a car, and then this like the killer could be in one of these roads. And it was interesting that they were exactly like at the same time. He said that, and then the guitar came, and I was like, oh, I can really imagine the what he's saying. But the other thing is that it reminded me, especially the bass line, not at the beginning, because if I remember correctly, in the beginning there was more like variety, or like more like jumps into the bass line, but especially in the instrumental part, it was really repetitive, and it was really meditative and hypnotic, maybe more hypnotic than meditative. And it reminded me of, as I said, it reminded me of Tools a little, not music wise at all, but that trilogy that we listened to, that it was also based on a repetitive thing, that after a time you're like, I'm out of this world. And I think there was a purpose behind it, because the way that he's singing, I can really see the similarity between the bass line and his singing. They both have the same color of the voice, and they're both like more in the deeper or lower register, and they are both like really like a line, like a steady line, not really so much jumps or so much melodic. It's like the way he sings, it's like he did it on purpose, a little like with less feelings. Like there is somebody that is standing outside this world, and he's not a human himself, and it's just a voice that is just saying, like a, I don't know, not like a roboter, but like something, a voice that is warning the humans, or something that is not human himself, so that he can feel it and he can relate into it. It's just, he's just observing and just saying what he's seeing. And it's like really steady, without a feeling, and like really like with less jumps, and like I don't know, it's such a intimidating voice. And it's like really like you're standing as a human, and there is a voice coming from above or somewhere, and then this is the voice that he said. And you have really, I mean, we can talk about the lyrics later, but you have really these moments in your life that you're really busy with your everyday life, and you're really living unconsciously, but then there are some moments that comes that you're waiting for 1 second, and you're like, I don't know, it's like awakening moments that you're like, oh, what am I doing? Or am I doing something wrong? And it's like there is a voice inside you that's saying that you're going into the wrong way, or like you have to live more consciously. And always there is a choice to listen to this sound and change, or you just ignore it and you just live your life as it was. And I think this really presents this moments that, okay, now you can, I'm telling you this, now you can choose if you want to live your life as it was, or you want to change the way, or like become conscious.
Riders on the storm, riders on the storm. Into this house we're born, dog without a bone, an actor out on loan, riders on the storm. Riders on the storm, riders on the storm, riders on the storm, riders on the storm.
Wow. Yeah, based on the lyrics, I mean, yeah, he says that the riders on the storm, and yeah, it makes sense to use the rain sound, but I think there is a deeper meaning behind it, because at least for me, always when not now and not here, because it rains every day and it's nothing special, and the rain is just ugly and not really the beautiful rain that it was before for me. But before, it was always, I loved when it was rainy, and I always had this feeling of, oh my god, there is something special happening. And exactly, it felt like there is this moment that I can change my life, because I don't know, rain or snow, there are some aspects of nature, and it's like really like a shock that reminds you that, oh, I know you're living your machine city life, but this is the nature, and you belong to the nature. And it's like really like a reminder that it was all nature before, and you are made to be in the nature, and there is something bigger than your everyday life. And it's really really matches the song. About the lyrics, I can say a lot. I really like the lyrics, and it's so deep and meaningful. But I mean, it's one of the things that has kind of a metaphoric aspect, or a meaning behind what he's saying. But it's not one of the things that it's really metaphoric, or you have to like think and like think about, maybe it's about this or that or something. It's really with a little thinking, you can really understand what he's saying.
Yeah, the thing, I'm going to talk about the lyrics in a bit, but which were so interesting, by the way, because I felt like each verse had a different story. Like, it was not necessarily a narrative that you can find cohesive, but like each of them, like I don't know, I have different ideas about each verse, and I'm gonna try to put them all together. But before that, it was very interesting that I think mostly because of the rain sound, but also like a lot of other elements, it really was not necessarily a song for me. It kind of it was like a sound atmosphere, as if like you're experiencing something beyond than just listening to a song, because it had everything from like all the instruments. And I think the choice of electric piano was actually a very, very smart, because we could still hear all the harmonies and all the role of a piano in a song, but that texture and that color really reminded me of, like, again, rain, and something like so much more closer to an experience. And getting it out of like a feeling of, oh, I'm listening to a song with all these instruments. So you would really think that second. Also, like his voice was kind of like, the melody of his voice was not, as you said, not that melodic. It was repetitive, but also very, very like whispered most of the time. It really felt like he has no intention of going to explode or like toward a build up or any climax. So it feels like it's at the same time, it is a story, is a story to it, but it's also can be I don't know, like just a soundscape that you immerse yourself in. But speaking of that, I feel like the lyrics had something to do with it as well. The first verse, for example, like it's just to me is about talking about like all the wildness of the world that we live in. And then there's a killer on the road, as you said, when the guitar came. It can also be, I don't know, like, I don't know. I was thinking the killer could be like an addiction or something, because it's talking about how it can like kill all your sweet memories. So that's what I thought about, but I have also no idea. And then it switches to something that is, okay, gotta love your man, and just about like basically loving. So that part is a little like throwing me off a little bit. And then it goes back to the first verse again. So it's really interesting that, I don't know, the lyrics also like help with that. I think they're fitting that instrumentation as well. It's not clear, and something, there is something like foggy about everything in the song and the lyrics. So I actually really love that vibe about this song. So we can definitely read more about the lyrics.
Yeah, exactly. More or less, I agree with you about the lyrics, but about that you said it's foggy, because when your inner voice like warns you through your life, it's not always like, oh, be careful with that. It's not like direct, but it's also not like that you don't get it at all. I think it's in the first part is talking about that how chaotic this world is, and just the humans came or you're just came here alone, and there's not even a bone. They didn't even give you a bone so that you know what to do. It's just like you're released just in a really chaotic world, that you have to somehow find out what you want to do, or what to do, or what is the purpose of you being there. And then it was warning about yeah, exactly, my interpretation is also like that it could be every kind of distraction that you can get to not let you live the authentic life. And it's for most of the people is like addiction on in any kind of way. It could be to, I don't know, nowadays to your phone, that you really takes your life. It could be to alcohol, it could be to any kind of other addictions that also can like make your memories also blurry, and you're like really not conscious in your life. It's like really is all I everything is like really on the air, or like so unconsciously. And then about the last verse, it was talking about, I think it was saying about living in the moment, because I think loving generally, not just someone, but generally loving is one of the things that attached really to living in the moment, and like feeling your feelings to the fullest. Or again, if you like love someone, just do it to the fullest, and don't hold yourself back to just wait for the future. Just if you have a feeling, just use it now to the fullest. And just maybe it's like he at first he said that this is the situation that we are coming, and then he was warning about the distractions, and then he also gave the answer of what you want to have to do in this chaotic life. And this was the answer, because every time your inner voice also gives you the answer, and it's your choice to listen to it, and or just be distracted and just not listen to it.
That's true, yeah. But just in the name of not making this video too long, I think we should wrap it here because we have another video coming at 11 o'clock Eastern time. That's the other winner, Jimi Hendrix, all along the Watchtower. So we are announcing it already because everybody knows that it's on the winner of the poll. So there's no point in hiding it. So make sure you guys come back in just a few hours for that video as well. But anyway, thank you to everybody who voted in that poll. Watch out for our next poll, which will be up tonight. And then you guys can vote again in that. Hopefully we'll get to that earlier this time. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you want to support us more, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys in a bit. Bye.
Bye.